All right, are we live? Can you all see me? Can you all hear me in the chat?
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Guys, I would like to welcome you to the very first Backpack Bushcraft. I want to call it the talk show. That's basically what it is to me. I have two awesome special guests. We're going to go over some different stuff with Canvas Needles. This is going to be the last episode of Canvas Needles. I have heard it. I know you all are sick of sewing. This is it. We're done. So breathe a sigh of relief. Before we get ahead, I want to thank our moderators for this evening. That will be matt.cook.oregon. That will also be Lone Woodsman as well as BBT. So thank you all so much. Check them out if you have the time. And now, please let me get into my very, very all the way down south in the swamplands, craziest man I know on the internet, which is all that matters, Mr. Jungle J.
Hey everybody, what's up?
All right. Sorry, did you have something else to say, Jay? I didn't mean to cut you off. Okay. On the other side of what I'll consider mostly the world, and in a biker gang of bushcrafters that I'm sure is going to come out sometime this summer, although he's got some engine problems going on with me. Please allow you to introduce the lowest voiced I've ever heard in my life, Mr. Biker Bushcraft. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right, Bushy. I'm glad to be here. I don't know about being called special. It happens all the time,
though. Okay. Guys, we're going to have a lot of fun. So, real quick, let's just get into this real fast. Canvas Needles. I have been working with Canvas Needles for all month. I hope that everybody has gotten a chance to watch this stuff. We're currently at 14 viewers, and we have just started. Guys, it's incredible. Honestly, from the bottom of my bushy heart, I really do appreciate that. I hope you've all seen a lot of cool stuff with it. I hope I've got you to pack Canvas Needles. And before we start opening to questions, real quick, I do want to know that we're going to take questions from the audience, but I need Canvas Needle questions right now, okay? We'll ask general questions and what ifs and, who would you rather, marry, stuff like that at the end, but right now it's just Canvas Needle specific stuff. If my moderators see anything they like, throw it up so I can catch it out. And guys, I'm just going to open you with a very simple question. JJ, do you pack a Canvas Needle, or what do you think about them?
Yeah, actually I do carry a set of needles. I don't really carry them on a day hike, but in my big bag, and when I travel abroad, I do carry needles with some thread and a variety of needles and some patching material. So it's a
Biker, same question. Oh, sorry, JJ had something go up. JJ, go ahead, JJ. The first one, guys. I'm not David Letterman yet. I'm kind of like coded. Okay, I'm coded. I'm Coco.
Little pack that I carry. You usually keep it in a waterproof.
Oh, that's really cool.
Waterproof Ziploc. And I just have.
What's is that the patching material in between the needles?
Yeah, it's a bit of
okay. Okay, cool. And the sewing material is braided line, right? That's what you said in a comment. Braided line.
Yeah, that's what I prefer. It's really strong and it's
very
pliable. So.
What size line or like what?
This is a 12-pound and 6-pound test.
Okay, cool. Okay, see, I've never really used braided line myself. I always just tend to get the cheap stuff, but I'm trying to get into different fishing stuff. Yeah, Bacher, same question. Do you carry a canvas needle, and how do you carry it?
I actually don't. One thing I do carry is a nail or an awl in my toolkit, and I will use that to poke holes in things and hand thread things. But I don't tend to carry a needle with me. I do all of my canvas sewing before I go out and hope that holds up. And if not, I lash stuff together.
Well, I was getting ready to ask you, what would you do in an emergency situation? But yeah, lashing stuff together seems to work. Both of you, have you ever had an emergency in which you needed a canvas needle? I'll go last. JJ, we'll go with you first.
No, not that I can recall. Not at all, actually. If I tear something, it's just torn. If I split open my boot or something, that's SOL.
Yeah. Okay, Bacher, same thing. You said that you weren't prepared, or well, not weren't prepared. You said you hoped. Have you ever had that hope fail?
No, actually, I haven't. I've never needed it. Some of the things that I work on when I'm out on the bush, more along the lines of just something to do. I may lash something together, get creative. There's some things in upcoming videos I've got in mind that are going to require some more creative cordage work, but nothing that I've needed a needle for. But again, a nail or an awl, you can't do without it. There's always something going on that I need that.
Is it a sewing awl, like on a SAK Swiss Army knife, like that kind of awl?
I carry one of those. I also have just like a regular an awl or a scribe out of my toolkit, or actually in my toolkit that I carry on the bike. And I mean, you end up using it to do small work, pry things out, get a splinter out of your hand, you know, that kind of thing.
Those are both excellent questions. I'll go and tell you sort of my background. I never had a problem, or sorry, I never had an opportunity where I needed my canvas needle until I was camping. It was one of my first test camps before I actually started my YouTube channel, before actually I even started BackPackBushCraft. And I remember my pants ripped, and they ripped so bad that they actually ripped like right up the leg, like all the way up to let's say my underwear line. And all I had with me was a hook, a fishing hook, because I was fishing at the time. And I think it was like 6 pound or 8 pound test. And I just sewed it up that day, man. And I was just like, yeah, buddy, I'm the coolest guy in the thing. And I remember looking at it going, man, that just doesn't look right. If somebody sees me, I'm going to look like an idiot. So I got my knife out. I cut the other leg out. And I sewed it up so nothing else it matched. I didn't get a compliment, but I didn't get a lot. I didn't get too many bad looks. So that's pretty good. Do we have any questions from chat? Anything out there? Like I said, if you got any questions about canvas steel, this is it. After this, I'm never talking about canvas steels again. Okay, this is it.
Well,
we'll
I see a bunch of people in there talking about tape, and I'll tell you what, I carry duct tape, some of the good stuff, the Gorilla tape, and it'll hold anything together.
Oh, and see, guys, this is what I said. Like, this is canvas needles day. Cargo tape's next month, and I mean, all your cargo tape questions will be asked, but you got to hold them for just 1 month. Just 1 month, guys. I do want to point out somebody who's in the chat. They're actually a mod. It's Lone Woodsman. So I hope he doesn't get mad for me telling about this stuff. But yeah, I was actually asking him a lot of stuff, and I know I'm pretty sure he prefers to carry canvas steel stuff. I know he told me in private, but I'm gonna go ahead and release this because it's he told me that he doesn't carry cargo tape, so don't know what you want to talk about that with. But that's next month. We'll talk about that next month.
I've never carried any tape with me, no, anywhere.
Jason, you don't carry tape with you either?
No. Never had any use for it, but I can imagine it could be very useful in certain situations. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I ride a Harley. Baling wire and duct tape are in my toolkit. It's just the way it is.
I would love to see an episode where Biker's like, okay, listen, I blew out the tire. Like, it's just like the rim's gone and everything. And he just takes a bunch of baling wire and spools and like weaves out a new rim and then just duct tapes over the top of it and then just drives off. If nothing else, you got to try it now. I just made you a video, so you're welcome.
That could be your viral video right there, Biker.
There you go. If I survived the ride home, right?
Yeah. Okay, we got response from Lone Woodsman. Needle all the way. So there you go. Maybe I should have had him on there. We should have switched it up, but anyway, we'll deal with it this way. I like this scoop. Okay, so I'm going to go to a comment that I had on a video. It wasn't part of the live chat. It was a comment I had on a video, and I don't know this guy, so I don't know if he's in my chat. I've never seen a comment from him before. So, sir, if you hear me, come talk to me. It was a really good point. The guy or girl, I don't know why, but it would be Stephen Fields. And they talked about using dental floss as threading material. And now that was something that I was testing out a whole lot. Okay, WP has a question. I'll tell you what, somebody post up WP's question for me. And yeah, I want to take it. What is it? Do I have do I have have I heard of the canvas needle called Acre? No, I have not. I'm sorry. I have only ever heard of the brand that I have, which is W Smith and Son. Yeah, this is the stuff I use. It's W Smith and Son. It was in the last blog, or call it. If you go to David Kenneberg's website, he actually sells the size 14 by itself. I got a pack of 5 $12. I think he sells that needle by itself for a couple bucks. So, like I said, we got any other questions?
I see one that says I need to turn my volume up. Is that better?
That's a little bit better, but you're still pretty low.
Okay, we can try this again.
What do I think about using needles as fish hooks? Now I think using fish hooks as needles, everybody can agree on that. Now, I actually had the idea of taking a needle, and you all can yell and scream at me if you think it's a bad idea, but I think you could actually, if you could tie that on right, I think it would work well for like a gouge hook. You know, fish come up and bite it, and then I don't know. I couldn't even tell you how it would work. I just had that idea. If you have a needle and you bend it, these will break unless you have hands. So that I would recommend being careful about that. Gentlemen, if you have thoughts, please go right ahead.
Well, that's one of the known issues with trying to use, if you bring a needle with you as a survival tool and then you try and bend it up into a fish hook, if it breaks, it's done. And the likelihood that it's going to break is very high. So not an ideal use for it. There's a lot of other things that work much better for fish hooks.
Well, you don't necessarily have to bend a fish hook. The Bushy had the right idea with the gouge hook. When you wrap the line around it, when they swallow it, it gets wedged and then they can't get it out. So if you're fishing for survival, you're killing the fish anyway. So gouging out its guts just to pull it out of the water is okay, because you're going to devour that animal anyway.
I think those are both excellent points. The only problem I would see with the gouge hook is I think your knot would slip depending on how you did it, and you'd also have to have some way to float it, right? But yeah, I think you could probably do it. I might test it. It's just maybe not with these, because these are cost me like $12 for 5. So
well, you'd have to tie it in the center and tie the line in the center of the hook.
You may almost have to put a burr, put like a divot or something into the needle so that you could hold that line real tight.
Yeah, if it folds, and it will slide off, but usually the hook will end up like that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's always
trial
and error. You end up losing your hook.
And again, guys, these things are it's like a couple, like $2 or $3 a piece. I'm not going to try it with my really good ones. I'm going to get some old crap ones. So I'm going to try this. I got some dental floss on here. Gentlemen in my panel, what do you all think? Do you think this is going to hold well? Give me your thoughts. Give me your reason behind it. I'm going to be using just a running stitch. I'm not going to be doing nothing fancy.
Oh, I think it'll hold fine. I saw a couple of good questions in the feed there, Bushy. I know.
Go ahead and take them. Yeah, guys, if you see a question, I'm not paying attention, go ahead and take it. Just read the whole question out first.
Well, Em and the gang was asking, if you can carry a needle, why not carry a fish hook? And that's a good question. If you put together an everyday carry kit, bug out type kit, sure, put fish hooks in it, put fish line in it. This is more along the lines of if you get caught and you're not fully prepared for your situation, what do you have on hand? What can you use? And having needles on you is something that's multi-purpose and you can use is a good solution. It works as an alternative.
And another thing, sorry, Jason, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but to add to why I wouldn't just be talking about fish hooks is Biker and JJ both understand that I'm doing the 10 season survivability. If you're not familiar with it, it's an idea I believe came from David Canterbury. It's just these are 10 items. That's all you need to survive. And I am going through looking and seeing how true is that. I do believe it's true, but I'm going to be testing it. So I'm building a pack out of these items. If it was my choices, I'd have fish hooks. I might have, BBs. I may have pellets. I may have a grenade. I don't know. Okay. This is just from another guy's theory, and I'm testing it out that way. So yeah, I would totally carry, hooks and needles, both. But just for this, I'm just working with needles. But yeah, that was a great question. If you see another one, guys, go ahead and jump on it. I'm almost done sewing.
Yeah, and while he's playing seamster there, Taylor.
Hush, I just hurt myself.
Just want to say hi to a bunch of you on here. Of course, Yankee, Beer Belly Travelers, Wood Pigeon, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, Creative Redundancy. I'm sure there's some that I've missed in the feed. I'm trying to read and think and talk and pay attention to what Bushy's saying at the same time. But all of us
Oh, don't pay attention to what I say. It's a horrible idea.
Yeah, let the guy with the sharp object try and read at the same time.
Yeah, I think you should be watching what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, okay. All right, so I want to get my honest opinion on this. Let me get my knife to cut the thread. It went by real easy because it's waxed, so that actually helped work with the canvas, so that was cool. The only thing I noticed is that
Is it mint flavored?
Well, now I gotta actually test. Yeah, it is. It's good. Let's see. Okay, you can tell better on here. If you can see here, it did fray, and it was actually frayed when I threaded it through the needle. So that's something that worries me. But we'll try this. This is just canvas, the same thing I was using before. And by the way, I am a power lifter, so I have tremendous amount of strength. You all couldn't even comprehend about how strong I am. All right, guys, what do you think? Is that pretty solid?
Looks like it to me.
And
all right, so yeah.
Yeah, and Wood Pigeon, to answer your question, there's the proof in the pudding. Obviously, Bushy is the master haberdasher of the three of us.
Guys, do remember if you're reading a question, make sure you read the question first so everybody can hear it on the replay. But yeah, that's a good question. Okay. Data has a question that is with Adventure. What kind of knot are you using there, Bush? I was using just how I do my sewing, and I'll show it on here. Is I just I call it a hand over knot. I don't know what proper terms are called, but I just basically make a loop and I stick the end through it. I used to have all this memorized, what a tag was, what your running in was, and stuff. I don't do that anymore, guys. Too old for that. But yeah, just pull it out like that, and it's a good stop, hold knot. It's a good loop. Doesn't really cost you. It's not hard to make, and it can hold a lot of weight on it too. That's why I like doing it. Do we got any other questions?
How's my sound?
Oh yeah, how's JJ sound?
Thanks, Em. I appreciate that.
JJ, can you give me a Clint Eastwood impression real quick?
A man's got to know his limitations.
Hold on a second. Do it again. Do
That
it
was a
again.
good
You were
one.
so low it didn't pick up. Do it again. I had to show him.
Okay. A man's got to know his limitations.
Can somebody drive down to Florida and give this man a cigar? Like 2 cigars. 1 cigar. Let's see. Biker, you do it, then I'll go last.
What, a Clint Eastwood?
Take your glass. Yeah, take your glass off. Go do Clint Eastwood.
Oh man, I don't do Clint Eastwood.
Oh, come on. Come on. I won't push you into it, but if you can for me. For the chat.
Oh my.
Take his glass off. This stuff's getting serious.
You got to ask yourself one question. Did I fire 5 shots or did I fire 6? That's as good as it gets. I'm not a Clint Eastwood impersonator.
Buddy, that's as good as I ever wanted to get. We need a recast for that movie. Okay, I guess it's down to Bush. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get a prop because I got props. This is my cigar. Worms gotta eat too, you know.
I don't recall Clint Eastwood's cigar whistling.
It was taken out of the early post. Yeah, it's weird. Them spaghetti westerns, man. Lots of people don't know about that stuff. See, read Matt's flirtation to JJ. Okay, Matt. JJ, I think JJ is too sexy for 720p. We need him in 4K. Blushing heart eye emote. Somebody may need to call check Matt's pulse. We might have lost him. Oh, cool. All right. Well, guys, if okay, basically I'm gonna roll with the chat in my panel. If we're done with canvas needles, I need to see it in the chat. We're done with canvas needles. So start spamming it if you're done with canvas needles. Guys, do you have any other questions for me?
I'm only going to say one thing about canvas needles is I do use them. I do sew with them. This is my nice, straight, well-worn canvas needle. And that's all I got to say about that.
Awesome. JJ?
There's just so much to talk about when it comes to needles. I mean, the amount of different needles out there. I mean, it's limitless. We could go on all night, guys. Come on.
Okay, so there's your two choices. Do you want to just be done with Biker, or do you want to do this like we're gonna pull like a 12-hour live stream about canvas needles, guys? I mean, we're gonna get trending if nothing else. Canvas needles must end. All right. Throw a needle off a cliff. Can you bid? No more. Stop. Okay, BBT is just spamming. No more needles. Okay. Vote now. All right. So, am I getting the consistency? Do you all want to move on to something different? Okay. No more. All right. Well, guys, that will do it for our canvas needle series. So, let's go ahead and take off January's jacket, and let's go ahead and move on into February with a new jacket. How about that?
There you go.
Little. Yeah. There you go.
You should be wearing a pink one for February, man.
Huh?
You should be wearing a pink one for February.
Oh no, I look too good in February. I look too good, and my wife is a jealous woman, so no, I ain't wearing pink. I got a marriage to keep up, guys. All right, so we're good. We're now going to start the cargo tape series, but I don't want any questions about it. Hold them, just 1 month. Eric, guys, tell them just 1 month, just 1 month. 1 month. Hold your 1 month and hold your cargo tape questions. We'll have a whole new panel. They may actually know what they're talking about as opposed to this one. Not saying my guests don't know. I'm just saying I don't know. You know, it's all good. Uh-oh, Data's tipsy. Okay, so I wish he was in the chat. I was really hoping for. I think he's probably busy. So another guy commented on a video. By the way, if you didn't check out the wild oyster or wild clam eating, if you missed it, that was awesome. I hope you all enjoyed that. But his name is Carolina Chris. I believe it's Carolina Chris Outdoors. Let me check, see if I got notes on it. Yes, Carolina Chris Outdoors. Flying Squirrel knows him. Or doesn't know. Flying Squirrel's watches his channel as well. And he's been doing some squirrel hunting stuff. And it's been making Flying Squirrel a little nervous, as anybody can imagine. But anyway, Carolina Chris commented on that video. And he's like, you need to try that Carolina style. And I was like, all right, what's Carolina style? He's like, see if I got it here. He's like, saltines and hot sauce. And I'm like, that sounds nasty. I'll never eat that. About 5 minutes later, I was sitting there going, stream anyway. I think I'll do it. So what I got here is I got 10 oysters. If you can see, that's 10 fresh oysters. Bought them yesterday. So that's how fresh they are. I got my knife. I'm going to set up some of these Carolina oysters to try out. Y'all get us be all ew or whatever. And this is for Carolina Chris. Man, thank you for commenting and talking to me through email and stuff like that. I really do appreciate it. I wish you were here to see this part, but I got to keep moving the stream on. So while I'm doing this, both of you guys, I want you to tell me what you think about seafood. Just take turns. And if we got any seafood related questions in the chat, go ahead and ask them. Don't be afraid of the knife. It can't get you. It's in Kentucky. Don't remember that.
Well, I jumped in there with killing some oysters one time, and you can't see it, but I nailed my thumb so good that night. Well, here's the thing. It's like I knew I cut myself, right? And I didn't look at it right away. And I was just standing there saying, man, I cut myself. I know it. And as soon as I looked down, that's when it started to bleed. Oh. So be careful, Bushy. Be careful shucking your oyster.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a little background to this. I was talking with Lone Woodsman. Guy's a nut. Super awesome guy, but he is freaking crazy. Love him to death. Reminds me a lot of JJ. He's like the northern JJ to me right now. Oh, Carolina Chris is here. Carolina Chris, yes. Oh man, sorry. I'm excited. We did not even plan for him to be here. I thought he might have to be out. I'm so excited he got to be here. But anywho, last night, and I was practicing shucking these. And yeah, my thumb is ate up. I got ate up a few times, but I watched the video and I learned learned a trick or two. So yeah, go ahead, guys. You keep talking about what you want. I just got excited because the guy I'm doing this for is here.
Back when I did that with the thumb, there was no such thing as YouTube. This was a long.
So how did you learn to do it, JJ? Did somebody teach you, or did you just kind of guess at it? Like I had no clue how to do this until yesterday.
Wrenching them open, and needless to say, I had been drinking too, so I wasn't really all.
Biker, what do you like? You like seafood? You're on you're Cali coast, right? California coast.
Well, I spent 20 years living on a boat in a fishing harbor, so you kind of develop an appreciation for seafood.
You honestly, before chat, seriously. And he did it all before I was even born. Okay, that's the incredible thing. Ask him how old anything is. It's older than me, and he will actually refer to it like, "Oh, that's really cool." He's like, "Yeah, it's older than you." It's like, okay, I didn't say that, but okay, sure, why not? He has done it all though, so yeah.
Done a little.
But go on, Mike. There has to be a good fishing story.
So I'll tell you the trick about seafood, specifically ocean seafood, is if you're cooking ocean seafood and anything to do with cooking it in water, use salt water. Absolutely use salt water. If you cook ocean seafood in fresh water, it'll ruin the taste. And the saltier the water, the better. Abalone, Matt, I've tasted it. I haven't dove for abalone. I do free dive, but I don't chase abalone. I chase pictures. That's more my thing. And but yeah, Dungeness crab, you take it out and cook that in seawater. And that's something we do is we take the boat out a few miles so we could get some clean seawater to put in the pot, cook Dungeness crab in it. You don't even need butter. It just melts in your mouth. Best thing in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
absolutely.
So
good night, Yankee.
Good night, Yankee. I'm sorry you can't stay to see me devour into these oysters. I had yesterday. I had a lot of luck finding really good ones. I'm having a lot of trouble today. Chat, guys, if you don't care to check the chat for, if there's anybody got some good fishing, oyster or seafood stories, throw them up there, guys. Bacher, Northern California. Okay, sorry, you already answered that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, okay. So M mentioned seafood, not willing to eat oysters. Let me tell you a little oyster story.
Wait. Can we wait? Do I want to hear this?
Oh, this is classic. Okay, so yeah,
it doesn't make it better.
It's slimy. So we had a family thing going on, and my youngest son at the time was about 1.5 years. And so we went to this local restaurant over in the Monterey area, and we all decided to order oysters. Now, of course, a 1.5-year-old, he's never seen an oyster, doesn't know what the heck it is, but he was a trooper. He wanted to be part of the gang. So we all had oysters, and he asked for one. We gave him an oyster, and to his credit, he swallowed that thing down. But the look on his face, I would pay anything to have had a camera in my hand.
Oh man. Go ahead, JJ.
Man, I don't really have any crazy seafood stories except when we would visit like Point Loma in San Diego. We'd pull mussels and things off the rocks down there, and they said don't eat those. But as a kid, I'm just wrenching them open and eating them up, But I don't have any crazy seafood stories. No, not at all.
I got one I can tell you while I'm working. Yeah, I had my baby. He is 4. He was probably 2 or 3 when we first got him doing it. But I like squid. I'm a squid fan. That's my stuff. And there's a Chinese restaurant out in East Kentucky that I like to frequent, and they do salt and pepper squid. Best stuff in the world. I love the texture of squid. I know a lot of people, that's the problem they have with squid is the texture, and I just absolutely love squid. And he got old enough to eat it, and my wife doesn't like it, so he was kind of a picky eater at the time, and she was just convinced he's gonna just spit it back or whatever. And by the end of that night, we each had a plate, and I mean this was a 2-year-old. He had his own plate of nothing but squid. And the owners came by, And there's somewhere in this building, there's a picture of this happy little Chinese couple holding my baby while he's got a big thing of tentacles hanging out of him. And like I said, I wish I'd had a camera too, and taken that. Yeah. Oh man, I love seafood. I honestly think seafood is one of the greatest get together foods. It's just so nice to bring everybody together with it. You know what I mean? All right. Well, I got these open. If everybody's ready for some taste test, we got any? Huh?
I've actually had what you're trying right now.
Oh yeah. Am I okay? Now here's what I'm going to do. I want to do it 3 ways. I'm going to do one without hot sauce, one with hot sauce, and one with sriracha. Because sriracha is my hot sauce.
Yeah, I like
so.
Sriracha. Good stuff.
I'll get this.
Yeah, sriracha's
Try
good
to keep
stuff.
it. Sriracha is live. Okay, so here is the first one. Let me get these out real quick. Again, chat. If you all want to, go out and get you some oysters, we can wait. No problem. We got all day. So
Hey,
yeah, if anybody wants to go do
Bushy.
that. Yo.
Carolina pointed out that he had suggested to you that it'd be a bad idea to open those with a sharp knife. And by the way, he's correct. But I wondered if you'd considered that.
I did. And what I watched was they said you take a towel and you put it underneath it and you just wedge it and you keep your points away from you. So the whole time I did, I had my head this way. This knife, as much as I love it, is not really the sharpest knife I got. So yeah, no, I did keep that in mind, especially when I was watching the other videos. I might have missed him telling me that. So Carolina, thank you for keeping me at least informed.
Yeah, what's this about Russian hackers and Yankees deal? What? You heard about that?
Matt, I mean,
earlier. Hey,
I'm
man,
pretty.
Hack. What can you do, man?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
But there are times when, speaking of those oysters, there are times when I'll bump that thumb, and that scar will remind me. Ooh.
Oh, I bet.
Bump, and it's here 25 years later. It's still there.
25 years later. So you did that right after I was born. Can you all do something while I'm alive? Like just one thing would be nice. Like yeah, I got this scar. I was, I was working on a piece of paper mache in my, spin class, and he was alive at the time. All right, there it is.
When I was a kid. It's always
you know what? Yeah, the only person that gets on to me when I don't care what you guys do. The only person that I get mad at is Matt, because Matt is only like 5 years older than me, if that. And all you ever hear is, "Oh, let me tell you this, Bushy. Back in my day, we didn't have Power Rangers. We had something other." Yeah.
Power Rangers were around when I was still in high school.
Yeah, Power Rangers had actually came and gone and came back when I was little.
I didn't watch that, but because I was had a little more important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like Life.
Yeah.
Hey, but wait a minute. In my defense, I did watch a lot of Beavis and Butthead. Okay, they came on around about the same time.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead was good. I actually watched that growing up, and I didn't realize it was a bad show to watch. Like I got real old. I was like, "Wow, that might not have been a good move on my parents' part."
What do you think? What do they taste like?
I love oysters. So yeah, this is nothing. I just like drinking the liquid out of it. Okay, so I got some sriracha here.
You gotta wipe the beard there, man.
Listen, man, that's called a bearded man's doggy bag.
There you go.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Save it for later.
Biker, quick question since we're talking about food. What's the worst food to eat with a beard? And I know you know what it is.
Well, soup.
Yeah, soup. Super cereal. You can't do it. All right. Carolina Chris, I hope you're still. He's there.
He is there.
All right, you see it? This is Texas. Well, it's value time Texas Pete on a saltine. So here we go. Not bad. They might a little too much hot sauce on it, but yeah.
I was going to say, why are you turning so red there, Bushy?
Man, the thing is I used to be a heat fiend. I've had Trinidad Scorpion. I've had Ghost, all that. And it was the new one. It's not Trinidad anymore. It's something new. And they made a hot sauce, and it was a dry rub at B-Dubs. And I was like, I'll eat that. I can eat anything hot. That put me in the hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack, but I had indigestion so bad.
Oh,
They had to put me on medicine, guys. I mean, this is some legit stuff. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. I'm going to try it with sriracha. But I want to see if this is better.
You hear about that place that used to make sriracha in Southern California? The neighbors used to complain about the place, so they had to move the factory.
no.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it about?
I would like go next door. Hey, can I borrow a cup of sriracha, please?
Hey, we were just in town. You got any of that sriracha?
Yeah.
All right. So I was gonna try it plain. The sriracha oysters are too good, so I'm just gonna have another one.
This guy over here. Did you guys catch my snail video? I had escargot for the first time when I was out in Barcelona.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and it was actually really good. It doesn't have any like weird or gross flavors to it or anything. The meat
No, it doesn't. As long as you get enough garlic butter. So the running question, Bushy, is now between you and me. They want to know who's got the longer beard. So
Do I need to get a tape line?
as a matter of fact.
Well,
All right. What do we got here? Let's see.
I'm trying to remember how long my blade is because I'm just gonna measure it off that.
You guys need a ruler, right?
Here, Jay, measure it up for me, buddy.
5 inches, bro.
How long?
5.
5 inches. I'm either tied with you or I'm short. I'll give you that. I'm either tied or short. I was
They're crinkly, so you can stretch them out a little bit.
Oh, Biker, have you ever had your beard straightened?
No.
Don't do it. My wife is a stylist, and she did it because they were like, "Oh, we want a product off," because they put product in it to straighten it. They had to wait like so long before I could have it removed. I paid for both the services. I wasn't like mad, but I wasn't gonna walk out there with my beard straightened. It was like straightened or 9 inches straightened at the time, and I've had it trimmed just a little bit since then.
I'm just trying to imagine what that might have looked like.
Oh, it looks like I have hair on my chin. It really does. It doesn't look right because a beard should have curls in it.
Yeah, that's
or something like that.
Everybody's got to have their character. And
Yeah.
hey, did I read that right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You're at 951. You're almost to 1,000.
All right.
Let's get that done, guys. Can we get a little bit of this, a little bit of that? Can we get some over there? I will as soon as this is over. I can't do it right this second if that's okay. But yeah, I will. Matt, I don't have a ruler. Okay, I have a ruler.
Yeah, they don't let them handle sharp objects out there in Kentucky.
No.
Listen, guys, I didn't graduate from high school. Okay.
Oh my.
Hikeagee's question.
Huh?
I live in Central Florida. I live about maybe 20 miles northeast of the Orlando airport.
He actually has really cool pictures of Orlando from a treetop. So, Jay, if you can post those up, man, I think you should.
Yeah, they're actually on my Facebook, but you have to dig way deep for those ones.
Okay. You can always join our community. We have a community over there on Twitter. Yankee's not here, but I know he's yelling at me to plug.
Yeah,
So you can always join. Always can join up there. We have all these conversations and stuff like that. Yeah, Biker will tell me how young I am, and Matt will tell me back in his day 5 years before I was born. Yeah, good times. Good times, especially if you don't like me. If you don't like me, you have a great time. If you like me, probably get your feelings hurt. All right. This one, I'm worried about touching this one. He's got something weird on him. Okay, so this is general questions. So if anybody's got any questions at all, Go for it. Shoot them. Let's go. We got 20 minutes. We may go longer. We may go short. Go.
Laughing at Wood Pigeon's comment there. You got peach fuzz there, Bushy.
Peach fuzz. We see Jay or beard. Okay, Jay, I don't want to hear it.
See, here's the cool thing: is as long as we got him digging into oysters, we can use the text to talk about his back behind his back. It's great.
Like you would do that courtesy. You could talk. You can talk crap about to my face. You know, I'd smile and take it.
Well, there is that.
Yeah, I'm a good sport about it. Unless you say something bad about my beard. Wood Pigeon, you cross the line.
No, don't mess with the beard.
Yeah, we try to pry this guy loose.
Nice. Ocala's amazing forest. If you get a chance to hit Florida, Ocala's an amazing forest to visit. Absolutely.
I've heard that.
Is this H16 or Hacker G16?
One of the questions was yes.
Okay, yeah, cool. Been talking to him today, man. Awesome. Let's see here. We're going down for another one. So
I should have brought my oysters, but
you were warned. I told everybody in the group. I was like, "Hey, I'm going to do oysters. Y'all want to do it?" Nobody responded.
No, I was out in the woods all day. I couldn't bring oysters.
You should have brought some. You should have caught some oysters.
I did, however, harvest up some saw palmetto today. My original video didn't turn out the way I would have liked it, so I went out and reshot today. And I got a big chunk of palmetto art like that.
Oh, there you go, JJ. Somebody's asking about you and handling gators.
Oh, the biggest alligator I've ever handled.
I got video that's 28 feet long. He has the video documentation of it. It's at a Walmart. You should check it out. Upcoming adventures.
Well, here, unless you're licensed with the FWC, it's illegal to handle the alligators in any way whatsoever unless you work for Fish and Game here in Florida. The biggest one I've actually held was maybe less than 4 feet long. However, I've been around some really, really big alligators. I mean, when you kayak out there on that river, every now and again, they just don't want to move. And there they are.
They're stubborn.
Yeah. The largest alligator I've ever saw, it would have to be more than 13 feet because it was longer than my kayak. So my kayak's 13 feet. And,
so what happens if you don't have that? If you don't have that like license or that certification, and you're getting bought by one, something's about to eat you? Can you touch it then, or do you have to play? I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Go away.
No. We're gonna throw down, man.
JJ, I'm gonna start donation right now. We're gonna pay enough money to get JJ to wrestle biker in a gator suit. All right. We're gonna need about $75. Come on, guys. Where's that super chat at when I need it?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I think he outweighs me about maybe 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's a smart answer. I wouldn't even brought that up. I'd be like, I would be honored to fight you, sir. Yes, anytime you want to, you can pulverize me and be done. Yeah.
Well,
does anybody want to talk about their weight? I'd be happy to say I weigh 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Anybody want to go?
I'm lighter than you. We'll leave it at that.
There you go.
But
JJ, you want to fight me?
Yeah, Wood Pigeon, we got bears out here too. That's one of the big things up where I camp all the time is you got to make sure you put your food up because the black bears out here are very aggressive.
Yeah, we have a bear population here in Central Florida as well. And you see them on every security cameras, and they post them all the time on the local Facebook page. Bear in my garbage, check it out. So yeah, we got a big black bear population down here.
East KY, at least where I'm from, they're there. I've never seen one personally. There's a few trails that are scenic trails where you actually can spot them typically, and I just haven't had the fortune of seeing one. But yeah, we don't even typically have bear problems where I'm from and the surrounding counties. Even though we are licensed to hunt, you can actually hunt them in a season. It's a very small window, but yeah, we don't have bear problems or nothing like that. The worst we have is typically coyote. I think that's the worst I've ever heard anybody talk about. So
yeah, we down here. There's A lot of people don't realize it that we do have a huge community of coyotes, and
Yeah.
every now and then I see them. Usually the camera's not running,
Yeah.
but I want to capture that footage of that coyote, and I want to capture that footage of the bear, all that stuff, man. That's why I go out there.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a lot of coyotes up here. We don't have a local wolf population. I actually just went to a seminar on that, and they're further up north of us. They're up near Shasta. There's a pretty good pack or two of them up there they've been tracking.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I lived up in that region, biker, and I can't recall ever seeing any wolves, but I've definitely seen a lot of coyotes out there, and I've seen a couple of mountain lions as well.
Oh yeah, mountain lions are big up here. My wife had a close encounter with one years back up in the Santa Cruz Mountains where we used to live, and they're very, very active up here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just a couple of years ago, in Plumas County, they spotted some elk, which is I've never seen.
That's
that
that's
was very impressive for Plumas County. They freaked out.
that's honestly the worst thing you'll find in my part of Kentucky is elk, because I know a guy, he has elk that runs in the back of his yard, and you know, and we're very happy to have the elk back and all that stuff, but you know, they're a very aggressive animal,
Yeah,
and they can kill you as opposed to look at you like a moose, and they will go through a garden, and when you call like a fish and wildlife or anything like that, they just shrug. And there's a lot of guys up here who will shoot them and not tell anybody and hide the body and yeah, just protect their stuff. So I mean, it's I don't want to like sit there and bash stuff. I mean, there's some you know to me, I'd rather have a coyote problem than an elk problem, because the elk problem you can't fix really.
There's Wyoming was really big in elk, and that was one of the frightening things going out there and being like face to face with
Yeah.
a lot of those major animals, the ones that you always hear about: elk, moose, bear. Being face to face with those animals, it's very it's frightening. It is. It's like you hold still and you don't know what to do. So
Yeah. Okay. Let me put this to the panel, since we got about 10 minutes. So if anybody's got some last minute questions to throw out there, that's fine. We can go long too, guys. That's up to you all. I just don't want to you know, have you be here longer if you got something else to do. But anyway, yeah. What would you rather run into? Some type of predator, and I won't be specific, so you can pick your own predator, or a boar.
It depends on the circumstances, but I'll tell you, you know, there's been a lot of sleepless nights hearing the bears rustling around the campsite. Coyotes, possums, raccoons don't bother me at all.
Yeah. Wait,
pigs?
coyotes don't bother you?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay.
But pigs are another story. They can be passive, but if they have some reason they want to get in there, they'll go after you and they'll eat anything or anyone. They're aggressive and mean animals.
Yeah.
When I spot them, they usually run off. But there has been times when there's been young around a mother that stood her ground. And
is it more like is it kind of like a bear in that sense, where a mother with some kids on her is worse than just by itself?
Yeah, it's the same situation really.
Because I've seen a coyote, and I don't know exactly how I saw it, but I saw a coyote. I would imagine it was the mother with some cubs, or some you know, cubs, and yeah, she just took off and they followed. She did it aggressively. She just stayed her ground. She just saw me and bolted, and they followed after her. So, and that's one of the things I'm worried about, is ever coming up on something like that, that, you know, doesn't see a reason to not bolt. You know what I mean? Just, I don't need to, you know, just, no, this is my land. You get out of here, interloper. That's what worries me to death.
Come at me, bro.
You come at me, bro. I don't listen, I'm here walking a trail. This is just a path. I don't want to bother you. I don't want you to bother me. We did a trails with old Nick. If y'all saw that, if y'all watched it, there was coyote scat. We found coyote scat, and it had deer hair and stuff in it. So yeah, it was. I mean, they got him up there where I hike all the time. Let's take some questions if we got any questions. Yeah, I like the oyster saltines. Not hot sauce, sriracha. I want to say that right now. They need sriracha. That was the determining factor there. Okay. I would like full question. So, what would you rather do? What kind of situation? What would you do? Those kind of things for the rest of the panel. And we may go 10 minutes longer or something like that if these guys are okay with it. So again, start throwing in some questions. Um, let's see here. Before we get questions, guys, why don't you plug your stuff? These guys took out an hour of their day, actually more than an hour of their day, because they've been chatting with me all day. Psyched for this. So I hope you all have been entertained. I hope you've all had a good time. And I'm really happy that you all sort of, the last hurrah for canvas needles, because again, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done sewing. Now I'm going to be taping. No more sewing. We'll be do that again, JJ. Do it again.
There won't be any more canvas needles from you, Sonny.
No, there will not. And before anybody says it, I do have a new. There you go.
I swear it's just water.
I don't want to start saying this because I feel like I get a big head, but there's a very good possibility I may be coming out with T-shirts that's going to have a mason jar on them, and in the lettering it's going to say it's just water. I swear it's just water. So there you go. Because I keep getting people in the chat who will call this a stunt jar if I put a match in it. Because I put a match in my last live stream, they're like, "Oh, it's a stunt jar." Yeah, this is totally a stunt jar.
Yeah, I don't
Man,
really
if you would like
questions for you guys as far as what would you rather do or anything like that.
Yeah.
What do you guys do for mosquito protection, pest protection?
I use DEET. I'm not gonna lie. I'm new to
Yep.
I'm new to that stuff. I just use a big can of DEET 40% max. Big can of it. Big fan of it too.
Yeah, so I was totally against all the sprays and everything. Didn't want that stuff on me. And then we took a trip cross country and we got into Indiana. We pulled into this campsite and we got swarmed. I mean, it was just solid. You could reach out with your hand and grab handfuls of mosquitoes. They were that thick. And so by the next time we stopped, in fact, I think that was in Kentucky, we had a can of off and it worked pretty well. So then we had 2 cans of off. I have pictures all the way from Kentucky, the rest of the way across the East Coast, and all the way home that contain pictures of the can off because we have so many cans of that stuff and saved our lives. Love for mosquitoes.
Yeah, when it comes to DEET, I found that the Repel brand always worked a little bit better for me. I don't like to put it on my skin because it feels like I'm melting as soon as I put it on. But I'll lay it down on my pants, my clothes, or whatever. But
yeah,
the best thing to do from what I found is to just take your hat off and just hit the outside of your hat. But see, my hat's scuzzy. I wouldn't do it to like a really nice, a felt hat or something. This is like oilskin. Lay it down, and they don't bother you at all. But it gotten to the point to where I started wearing a lot more clothing, so I just roll down the old sleeves and things like that. And when it gets bad, tuck up the collar, and just
yeah. That when I was doing my 3-day camp, I was wearing these. This is my outfit every day, except when I go to work. So I won't be able to wear this. So I'm kind of. Oh, by the way, news on the front or the job front. Since I know people have asked me a lot, I did get the job. My drug test was inconclusive, but they still can hire me. That's a joke. I passed. I'll be starting my orientation tomorrow at 1:30. So yeah, if you all have, I don't want to say prayer or nothing like that, but if y'all want to send me good thoughts or whatever, guys, I super would appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. I will be pushing carts. I will be starting off pushing carts. I'll be a courtesy clerk for a. Yeah, exactly, and that's all I wanted because this is one of the first times I've ever had a chance to do a job. Most of the time I've just been schoolwork and stuff like that, and I'm really excited for the opportunity to get a paycheck. Honestly, I'm a little embarrassed about that, but I mean, you gotta start somewhere. I'm super happy to get this job. It's super cool, and the people I'm going to work with are awesome.
Yeah,
truly.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely nothing.
And you happen to be the right guy at the right time. So
exactly. What I did want to do real quick is I want these guys to promote their stuff before we get off here. And if we don't leave right now, that's fine. But I do want to promote. So JJ, I want to go with you first. are you going to be doing? Is anything going to be coming up video wise that you want to promo? And so, like maybe a little inside knowledge. Give me something so these people come back next week to see some inside scoop. So tell us how we can get a hold of you and talk to you and stuff like that, man.
Well, you can obviously find me in any of the social media platforms right now. I've got an Instagram, I got a Twitter, I have a tremendous Facebook following, and it's by the same name, Jungle J Adventures. And I put a lot of my work as well as my outdoor stuff on there, and I always push that because I have gorgeous photography galleries that I've taken over the years. So yeah, head on over there and check that out. Absolutely.
Real quick, JJ, I saw a question earlier from Data. He asked, "Did you finish that skull mount?" I think you did, but do you want to say more about it?
Yes, I did. There will be a video coming out about the construction of it, and it did turn out really, really good. It's hanging on the wall at work right now. I'll post pics on the Twitter if you like. But
that thing was legit awesome.
It turned out beautiful. What's really cool is we live in a community that's full of like hunters and outdoorsmen, and everybody that comes through the door has seen it, has freaked out, and there's been quite a few inquiries about how to get one for themselves, because the whole thing is pretty much handmade except for like the actual cutting and the lasering that goes on in the logo. So, but everything else is hand finished, and it's very, very simple. If for some reason you want to have a bigger, better skull on the mount, you can always, I have it set up to where you can pull the skull back off and put a different skull on it. And I just think that's a very versatile way to do it, and don't make it permanent, but it turned out really, really good.
Yeah. Before we go, I did want to say something. If you notice the background in Jungle J, and I'm not gonna point out much. He has a JJ. Move over a little bit. Yeah. There's a piping. I was called. He was called the piping man or the piper man. The guy that plays the flute. Yeah, I love those things.
Yeah.
It was from Cherokee.
Huh? What
was it from Cherokee? Was it from Cherokee, North Carolina? Because I see it everywhere. It's everywhere Cherokee back in the day.
One. I used to have a flute company. I used to build Native American style flutes.
Oh yeah.
I started a website and I needed a logo, so I designed that guy up. And so it's funny. One day I was home and I was passing this one girl with her friend. And I don't know these girls, but apparently they knew my kids. So I'm walking by and I said, "Hey, that's my logo you got tattooed to your shoulder." "Oh yeah, you're Austin's dad," or something like that. I was like, "I got another one," and she turned around the other side and both my logos are on her shoulders. I was like, "Sweet, that's awesome."
JJ, I hate to cut your story off, but they're begging you to top in the chat so that they can see, so they can click to you easier.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah. Bacher, can you give me any inside scoop? Or are we going to have some new videos? Can you tell me anything? And plug your stuff, Bacher. Plug your stuff.
Okay. Well, first, to answer a couple of people that in there that said Cocopelli, that's right. And don't ask how I know that. I just know it. Anyway, what have I got coming up? Well, I'm trying to work out heading out to the desert for a couple of days. And for those who actually saw my previous high desert videos, these are going to be better. But I've got a lot of things planned, but nothing set in concrete yet. A few things up in the air, a few life issues up in the air right now. So we're playing it by ear. But I have added a segment to my channel. I'm doing a gear review every Tuesday. And this coming Tuesday, just for the people on this channel, on this live feed, I'm going to give you the heads up. I'm going to be doing a review on the Faribault Woolen Mills wool blanket. So tune in for that on Tuesday. That should be cool. And I'm still doing my Friday videos. It's just where they're going to be is anybody's guess.
Bacher, if I could recommend to you, I really wish you would do more from your garage, because I thought that 5x5 tag in your garage was awesome, man. I would love to have you do some like more live streams or just something maybe like that from there. That was awesome. Real quick, we did get a group question, and I saw it bounce up through there, guys, and I got sidetracked. That's my bad. Lone Woodsman and I think Wood Pigeon have both asked this, so I'm gonna give them both credit. Do we do as a group go into each other's area? So, Biker, could you go to Kentucky and Florida and survive? JJ, could you go to Kentucky and Cali and survive? And could I go to Florida and Cali and survive? I'll go ahead and answer first. If nobody has objections to it.
Like a 7-day, like no food or water, and
Let's say 3 day. Let's say 3 day typical gear.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
I do know that whenever I
naked. 3 day normal gear. 3 days naked.
First, man, they'll haul you in for that naked stuff.
Do you think you could though, JJ? No problem.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
No problem.
I've been all over the United States, man. I've lived all over this country.
Okay.
I'm a Navy, so my dad gets stationed all kinds of different places. So I'm north, east, west, and south. So far,
awesome.
This area this is like absolute my favorite place that I've lived. So
yeah. Bacher, what do you think? You think you could go? Do you think you could stomach Kentucky for 3 days?
I absolutely could. Now, Eastern Kentucky doesn't thrill me, but absolutely.
No, you had to go to my house and survive in my backyard for 3 days.
No,
that was the question.
So here's the thing. Like JJ, I also have lived all over the country, and I've traveled and camped all over the country. I've been in 49 out of 50 states. And
which one have you not been to? I gotta know.
Hawaii, believe it or not.
Kind of figured. I just
haven't figured out how to ride there.
Take a boat.
But every environment I've seen, absolutely. And yeah, if I could bring my gear, of course. I call that a vacation.
Naked.
Not a challenge.
Naked. That's the challenge, is naked.
Yeah, well, naked. Yeah, hey, I'm actually pretty good. I've got some pretty solid urban survival skills. So yeah.
Awesome. Could I? How hot is it up there right now, Bacher?
It's been nice today, man. It's been in the 50s.
What's the high year-round high in Cali?
Oh, the hottest we get? Well, up here,
yeah.
we get into the low hundreds.
JJ, what's the high? What's the high I gotta worry about? What's the high you?
Right now I'm checking, but right now I'm sweating.
Oh, well, okay. Here's my answer. I know JJ's gonna be like 120 is the high or something like that.
Yeah.
I probably got a chance in California naked because California's kind of a weird scene anyway, so I could probably pull off naked there. But yeah, I could probably do California. Florida would be rough on me, even if I wasn't naked, just because I am very much cold-blooded. I run cold. Now, I'm not gonna say I could go up and stay in Pennsylvania with lone woodsmen, because I'm not that cold-blooded. But I have not moved around and acclimated, I guess, my body like these other two gentlemen have. Probably definitely could on Cali. Probably could in Florida, but I would be nervous because Florida's covered in a lot of stuff that can mess you up real easy if you're not paying attention. And I don't have that expertise, so I would be nervous going to Florida. That would be my main thing. I'll be honest with you.
Are you nervous because of the heat? Because you can only get so.
No, not the heat. It's more the animals, like the snakes or a bug or some type of bug snake thing that I've never heard of. That's what scares me more than anything in Florida.
Sure.
My dad lived in Florida for a long time, and I've heard stories. So that not bad stories, but I've heard like Everglades stories. So that's one of the things I keep in mind when I think about Florida. What about Northern Michigan? Yeah, I can handle Northern Michigan. No, probably couldn't handle Northern Michigan.
Yeah, I've been to Michigan. I've been to Michigan before. Yeah, and
I think.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And I used to live across the water there. My dad being stationed in the Great Lakes Navy base, so we lived in northern Illinois, and that was a lot of fun. But I have to say, when living up there, summertime's really, really nice. They have fireflies up there like no other place. That in Virginia were very, very cool places for fireflies. Down here, they tend to be a little sparse because of all the pesticides. They're very delicate animals.
Yep.
But Michigan and Illinois were really, really nice for summertime activity. Yeah, I've been to Michigan.
JJ, have you ever been to Kentucky for any length of time?
Probably been through there a few times, actually. I've been across country 16 times in an automobile. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's been 18 now because of the time we went to Mississippi and back. So that was only like part way. But yeah, I've been.
going to be doing a series in like probably 15 years or 10 years, something like that. And my goal is to buy a vehicle. I haven't decided. It's not going to be a biker. I'm not going to do biker bushcraft. Although me and biker have talked about collab where he's going to get a sidecar and I'm going to be his little buddy Bushy. He won't commit to it. So guys, make him commit. But yeah, yeah, I would love to do cross country, and I'm actually gonna be honest. I'm gonna do a panel van. I want a panel van, like a just a cargo van, and I want to just deck out the backs with like a bed and a heater and stuff like that, and then travel country. I think that would be just so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Fun. It is fun. Especially when you have the time to stop at places. So
Yeah.
check that out. You see that brown sign on the side of the road, make that left or that right.
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, I've done that around my old town, and a lot of people I've told like, "Oh, you should come over here and check this place out." It's like 2 minutes away from like Walmart or something where we go to Walmart. They're like, "I've never knew this was here." It's like, yeah, we take these brown signs for granted. They're telling you cool stuff. Like some of them are bad. Some brown signs do not lead you to the promised land. Sometimes they're kind of rough places, but I mean, still, I mean, if you're already going sightseeing, it can't hurt. I'm getting a lot of come over the border. I'm not going to Canada, guys. That Canada worries me. Y'all got moose. That scares me. Moose scare me more than probably boar.
Well, I had a conversation with Wood Pigeon, and we've decided that I qualify to go to Canada. So
how do you qualify to go to Canada?
Hey, it takes a few special talents. First of all, you got to be okay with hockey and the girls that play it. Cold weather helps.
Are you missing teeth?
No, I got most of them.
No, you can't go to Canada. You got all your teeth. You can't do that.
They're all mine, man.
All right, I got Beer Belly Traveler saying, "Come live in our back garage." Yes, I'm gonna go live over there in the Bat Cave. This is their attached garage. They're having a bat problem. I gotta go up to Michigan and fix it. That's how good of friends we are. I'm gonna drive all the way to Michigan. They're gonna buy me a beer that I'm probably gonna choke down and cry about, and then I'm gonna get a bat out of the garage. It's gonna be great. And I'm also gonna live in their yard in a tarp tent.
Always remember with bats. They can't see. They rely on your hearing. What's 100% of the time. So if you can find that one frequency, like you can play it through YouTube. They got a couple frequencies you can actually watch on YouTube and crank that volume up. That may or may not work. I don't know, but I do know that they.
BBT, there you go. There you go, BBT. Just do that. She's also been having a lot of trouble he'll leave and then there's enough places for him to get in. Maybe if you just make it so hostile that he doesn't want to stay there for a while, there you go.
Yeah.
JJ, thanks for the tip, man. That's awesome.
I'm just kind of going off of like what I'm thinking. It's like, okay, they use sonar, echolocation to find their food, they can find their way home that way, and it's you can hear them at night. They're like a little micro chirp. You can hear them.
Yeah.
And it's neat. It's really neat. I would be fishing at nighttime with the headlamp on and throwing the line, and you can see the bats dive for the lure. It's like, whoa, I don't want to catch one of those.
Now, I do want to give a warning. Guys, please never, ever, ever touch a bat with your bare hands. Always use some protection because they can have rabies. They can have other things wrong with them. And honestly, it's one of the coolest little mammals ever. And I'm scared of bats, and I still will support bat protection stuff because they're about the size of a mouse, and it's got wings. How cool is that? That's awesome. So definitely be careful with them. They're very fragile. If you can, try to contact your Fish and Wildlife or local DNR or something like that, and have them come help you if you need any trouble. And I know this sounds like the more you know, but I do want to kind of throw that out there. And I do want to give special credit where credit's due. BBT has done very good about being a not very villainous towards that. She's definitely trying to make it leave the house, but she's not been like trying to kill it or nothing like that. I want to give her props because most people by now would have just killed it. That's not what we're looking for in the outdoor community. Any other questions that we can field across all of us? I kind of went long on the bat thing. That's kind of impressive. Don't know why I did that. I feel bad now. I don't know why. Anything else? Knowing is half the battle. Absolutely. Well, I'm sorry I didn't really address chat, but we kind of had an agenda and we really stuck to it, guys. We may have to kind of tweak this in. I hope it did. Let's do this. Did everybody have a good stream? If we ended now, was everybody's stream good? We still probably keep going because I think everybody's happy to be here.
Yeah, I had a great time. How about you guys? Did everybody see what we're doing? All right, you know.
Yeah,
The
was everybody good sounding? Did everybody see everything clearly? Was the quality okay? Does everybody like my backdrop? I heard some people say that I needed something. I was too washed out, so I got this is just a wool blanket. Everybody, what do y'all think? Was it good?
looks all right to me. What about my background? Y'all like it?
I really wish I was gonna beg Bacher to stream from the garage, but he was so nice about accepting so early that I didn't want to push him. I will announce. Nobody's really asked why Tony isn't here. Tony had some stuff come up and he had to cancel. So love him to death. And things come up and I do it. And I wanted to thank JJ so much. He came in literally as I was being told, man, I'm sorry I can't do it. Bacher, you out?
Yeah, I've got somebody here, guys. So it's been
All
fun.
right, Bacher.
Gotta run.
Yeah. Everybody go sub to Bacher if you're not already. Definitely check him out all the stuff. Bacher, sir, thank you so much. JJ, if you can hang around for just a little while, I still need to talk to you and then we'll go. But Bacher, see you, man. I appreciate you staying for the hour and 10 minutes you gave me. Thank you so much. But yeah, a lot of people did ask where Tony was. Tony was awesome to tell me as quick as he could, hey man, something came up, I can't do it. So I really appreciate Tony on that. He wants to come back on another one sooner, so we're gonna try to have him. We're trying to work out a good time for him to come back in. I don't really have anything set up for the 25th, but that is the next day we stream. The next stream will be February the 25th. I was very curious about leaving JJ as a permanent guest. I don't know what he thinks about that. JJ, would you want to be a permanent guest?
No, are we doing this in an hour that's
Yeah, it will be 1 hour segments. The time will fluctuate right now because I'm trying to figure out when everybody can get on.
yeah,
Like,
it doesn't affect my work schedule. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
we
it will always be on Sundays. It's always going to be once a month, and it will be at the end of a segment. So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
JJ may be a returning host. I don't know. He may graduate into host. Another thing I want to hit with JJ real quick. Huh?
Well, Jay, welcome to my show. Today's guest is Bushy from BackPackBushCraft. What do you got to say today? Say hello to the nice folks, Bushy.
No, I'm thinking more like a Ed. What was it? It was Ed Sullivan or whatever. The Here's Johnny.
Yeah, the Tonight Show.
Yeah, there you go.
That was what was that guy's name?
Ed something, right?
Ed Sullivan. No, it was it don't matter. I don't remember. He used to do the publishing clearinghouse commercials.
Yep. Yeah. We still have we kept 14 viewers the whole way through, guys. That was impressive. I'm super proud of y'all.
Yeah, that hour.
That it did. I honestly didn't want to plan more than an hour because I figured Canvas Needle wouldn't last long. We actually did a lot more than I wanted to. Guys, thank you so much for joining us with the Canvas Needle series. And like I said, I keep wanting to say last things, but it's just we had so much fun. There's so much more to talk about, really. Egg McMahon, that was it. Egg McMahon.
That's right.
Yeah. Do the Here's Bushy for me, JJ. Let's see if you can get hired on. Do the It's Bushy.
Here's Bushy.
Guys, what do you think? You think should we make Jay sign a contract? Everybody who works with me has to sign a contract.
Serious greenbacks at the end of that tunnel, man.
We were going to have a pizza sent to JJ, and we was going to work it out where I was going to try to have it go on during the middle of the stream, and he never sent me his address. So that's on him. But he would have had a pizza, and he done that for me.
Well, here's the thing. If there's a pizza that arrives at my door, I'm going to be stuffing my face. I mean, I can murder a whole pizza. I wouldn't say it.
Yeah. Would have been horrible to stuff your face in the middle of a live stream. That would have just been a horrible thing to do. Like, yeah, nobody should do that at all. Oh, man. I also want to go ahead and announce that JJ is going to also be doing Gear Gab for all of February. So now, when the first episode of Gear Gab went out, we had some problems with my buddy Hockin Deep. He had some trouble with his camera and uploading to YouTube. He's still working through some of the minutia of it. So we didn't really get a good set on it, but he does have some videos he's going to release, and I'm going to try to tag, and I'm going to try to go along with him when he does get a chance to upload them. But Jay is going to be going strong all through February. The first episode for his Gear Gab will come out Wednesday on my channel. That's gonna be awesome. I've sort of got. I think I know what I'm going to do, Jay. JJ. I think I know what I'm gonna do. And JJ has no clue. I'm not gonna talk to him, nothing like that. Yeah.
Man, see how I get treated around here? Don't talk to Jay.
Don't talk to Jay. No. I don't tell nobody what I'm gonna be doing. This is supposed to be a surprise to you as much as the viewer. But yeah. Say it again.
I'm on a need to know basis.
Yeah, he's gonna need to know. You'll find out real soon. Become Wednesday. But I think I know what I'm gonna do for the first one, and then what we'll do is Jay will watch that video. He'll come up with and say, "Okay, hey, I'm Jungle Jay, and here's the thing Bushy asked me for, and here's what I have, and I want to see what Bushy has that's similar to this item." And that'll come out somewhere in between his time frame. So yeah, make sure you're checking out both of our channels, pretty much 24/7. Don't look at anything else. Don't go to Yankee. Don't go to Matt. Huh?
Tell all your family and your friends. Tell them to get Google accounts.
Yeah. Get everybody just eyeballs on our channels simultaneously. Buy 2 phones, one for JJ and the other one for JJ too. Use the computer for me.
There'll be a point where their eyes start going off like that.
Yeah, there you go. Do Google VR where you can put it in your eyes and you have one eye that's looking at JJ stuff and one eye that's looking at Bushy stuff. And let's see how long that takes for y'all need doctors.
Yeah, we got that all covered. There you go.
Well, guys, I hope you have had a great stream. I don't want to end this, but I said when my guest had to leave, I would go ahead and close down. So farewell comments. Please again thank Jungle Jay and Biker, even though Biker's gone, he'll come back and read the comments. Thank them both in the comments. So once this goes off and goes back up, leave a comment and thank them for coming on, guys. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much. If I didn't get to
Jason
any
was
questions, any of your questions, don't be offended. We get talking and then and the stream goes very, very quickly.
And this is a one-time thing. We'll do it next time.
Focus on you guys in the conversation, not just Bushy, not just Biker, but also you guys. This is for you. So don't be hurt if I didn't answer your questions if you asked. It's just I may not have seen it as it scrolled past. So
yeah, like I said, we'll see you, CR. I just caught it at the end that he was leaving. Sorry, man.
Take care.
Yeah, take care, man. That was all. I'm happy to see me there. If you ever get a chance to go check out CR, he creative redundancy CR. He streams like at the it wasn't like usually I think it's like 2 or 4 a.m. my time, or so I don't know, and I never can get up in time to watch his stuff. So yeah, awesome guy. Check him out if you got the time. But yeah, I really like this first one. We went a little long, but we still have 14 viewers. I don't know what the highest number was. Super excited about that. M's got to go. It looks like.
Hey,
M.
Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for stopping in, M. Before we leave, I do want to thank all 3 of our moderators, Beer Belly Travelers, Matt Cook Oregon, and Lone Woodsman. I think Lone Woodsman might have had to jump earlier, but still, thank you all so much for your mod stuff. You did a great job, guys. Carolina Chris. Go ahead, yeah.
Thank you. You save us from all the bad words.
There you go. Thank you. We do appreciate it. We are very sensitive souls. Oh, Lone Woodsman is still here. He's not gone. But yeah, Carolina Chris, I hope I did you proud, man. Did I do you proud? If you're still there. I don't know. This might get really quiet now, but I hope I did you proud. Thank you for the idea, and I hope I did you proud. Don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. Probably say it one more. Hope I did you proud. Hope I did you proud. Crap. All right. Yeah, and JJ, thank you so much. Honestly, from the bottom of my bushy heart, I said this before we even started the stream, so you know I'm serious. I do truly appreciate you coming in 11th hour on me. Honestly, guys, I was being told, sorry, man, I can't be on. And the next message I got was from JJ going, hey, look at this canvas needle I have. And I'm like, this is fake. This is so this is fake, guys. This is still water.
Interesting needle, wasn't it?
It was. I really wish you had that pulled up, but I don't want to say that now because now everybody's going to want to go back to canvas needles. And I took off the jacket, JJ. I took off the jacket.
It's on my desk. It's right here. I've been fiddling with it for an hour.
I told you. I said, where's that needle at? You go, oh, I don't know. Oh, man. All right. I did Carolina Chris good. Yeah, guys. Oh, one more thing. I want to list off all the comments that I got this series. That was awesome. JJ, you rated one, and Hockey Deep was in one about the braided fishing line and a sewing needle. Thank you both for those comments. Kurt Miller, he was talking about bug out things. I told him he got my bug out bag award if I ever had one. Awesome guy. Big Crazy, he asked me about toggles, and I didn't have the opportunity again to talk about toggles. So let's see if I can find a needle real fast. JJ, could you sort of show what I'm talking about using a canvas needle as a toggle real quick for him?
Like a toggle hook?
Yeah, like to fit like for your water bottle or something. I ain't got nothing to work right now.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, real quick. Get your needle, get yourself some line, and really just tie yourself a nice little like a not even just a half hitch, like a half hitch or even a clove hitch over top of your needle. You know, this isn't tied, obviously. I'm not going to tie it on, but make sure your needle is nice and firm and flat like that. Drop it down into the neck of your bottle, and then let it sit flat again, and then you can hang your bottle that way.
Just like a gouge hook. Exactly what we were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can carve one, no problem there. It's very easy. You can actually just snap libs, it'll work.
Yeah.
But if you just did it, if you had to like maybe burn all the wood you had around you, that's something that you can have that's redundant and use it. So use the Marlin Spike hitch, JJ.
All right.
I don't think we have. I don't know if we have time for that right now, guys. My brother's a blacksmith and he makes Marlin Spike, so I know how big those things are. All right. And yeah, guys, I think we're. Oh yeah, Wood Pigeon's out. See ya, WP. Guys, this was so much fun. JJ, thank you again and again and again for jumping on here. Yeah, we'll probably go to 10:25. So if you want to say anything, JJ, to talk to people, go for it. I'll give you 3 minutes before we jump off.
I had a great time. Thanks for asking me to jump on this, Bushy. I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. That was a lot of fun. And like I said before, if I didn't get to your questions, I apologize. But you already know that. I already said that. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing more of these in the future.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get JJ Dale as possibly some type of co-host or some type of filler, like sort of like Ed McMahon. That's exactly what I would like to have. I mean, maybe say it again.
You need a laughing boy.
Yeah, I need someone because if I laugh at my own jokes, it makes me look bad.
That guy always sat in the corner over there laughing at everything he said.
Yeah. Yeah, who was the guy that worked for Dave Letterman? He did the music. That's almost what I'd want. But yeah, was it Paul? No, I think it's Paul Schaefer.
Something like that.
Maybe. Yeah. So, but the guy. I think he was bald.
Yeah.
And he was awesome. I loved his music. I loved him playing music and everything. But yeah, guys, we got about 2 minutes left. Again, thank you all in the chat for jumping in. Again, this isn't really going to be. I hate to be like that. It's probably not going to be very chat heavy in the future either, because we got an agenda. But thank you for the questions you gave us. They were awesome. We didn't have one bad question. That's impressive, especially with the people I knew in the chat. Some of those people I didn't know they could ask a good question. Matt. All right. And yeah, guys, until next time, you can always find me on YouTube and like, comment, subscribe to the channel, BackPackBushCraft. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Gmail at BackPackBushCraft. And you can also check out my website where I post content Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 2 p.m. EST. Some good stuff. And that website is www.backpackbushcraft.com, baby. And until next time, JJ's take me out.
Yeah, keep them fires burning and put an extra log on for me.